Chevrolet Buick GMC Newsroom. I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 1:30. Just ahead, more stimulating talk from the O'Charlie's Digital Studios. $9.99 menu, 9 great meals, 1 great price. O'Charlie's.
Thinking of taking a summer vacation this year? Why not vacation in your own backyard? Drag out the lawn chairs or lay out the blankets. Have no problems with crowded beaches, messy sand, or long lines. When you buy a Radiant pool from Burnett Pools, it turns your backyard into a little piece of paradise, and it can be used year after year. Radiant pools feature the same technology used to build airplanes and aircrafts. It's the only above-ground pool with a lifetime warranty against winter damage and is insulated with 2-inch thick foam. The incredible Radiant pool. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water than any other pool you can install in your backyard. This exclusive technology is available only at Burnett Pools in Cortland, Canfield, and Newcastle. And as a special bonus, how does 0% APR for 60 months sound? Visit BurnettPools.com or one of our convenient locations in Cortland, Canfield, or Newcastle. Enjoy 5 to 10 degrees warmer water with a Radiant pool and 0% APR for 60 months.
Burnett Pools, we've got it all.
Join Ty Higgins from the Ohio Agricultural Network on the Elder Ag and Farm Report weekdays at 6:25 a.m. on 570 WKVN. Learn the best techniques for crop management as well as new products and equipment. It's the Elder Ag and Turf Farm Report weekday mornings on 570 WKVN.
Tune in every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. for the Mahoning Valley Sportsman Show, hosted by Mike Craig. Proudly brought to you by Bolt Construction. Over 35 years of doing things right in the gas and oil industry and airport gathering systems. Online at boltconstruction.cc.
Hi, this is Bob Davis with Fairway Ford in Canfield, and we've made a special purchase of 2018 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Cabs. Ford has a $2,500 discount on them, and Fairway Ford is taking another $10,500 off every one. Nobody buys from the factory for less than Fairway Ford. That's why Fairway Ford is your Ford truck headquarters and top dollar for your trade-in. See us at fairwayfordohio.com or 330-533-FORD. Fairway, that's the way we do business.
Call the comment line. Leave your comments for Rivers, Rush, Ron, and Sean. 729-0989. 729-0989.
For your home or business, call Mazza Heating and Cooling in Girard, your factory-authorized Bryant dealer. Now, the Storm Team 27 forecast.
Partly sunny and humid today with a high near 80, with scattered showers and thunderstorms developing this afternoon into early this evening. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy. Showers and scattered thunderstorms during the overnight into Sunday morning, with a low around 60. In the Storm Team 27 Weather Center, I'm Rich Morgan.
Now 68 degrees.
All right, welcome everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer, and they let me do this on Saturdays where we get to kind of talk about things that are happening in the tech world. And I kind of take all of you guys along for the ride, and we bring up topics along the way in hopes that all of you will get exposure to something that maybe you didn't realize or maybe you were wondering about. We do this sort of collective thing where we all sort of learn from one another in hopes of, if you're just getting started in technology, it could be a little bit of an intimidating world where everybody seems to be ahead of you and you're playing catch up, and that's not a lot of fun for anybody. So what we do is we make sort of like this format is a sort of a non-intimidating way to wade into it. I hear every week after we do a program that someone says, "Hey, I'm not good with computers, but I listen to your show all the time, and I always pick up something." And see, even if every show you just pick up one little, a new word that we use or another concept, just through that osmosis process, you just sort of inherit, experiences by listening through the struggles of other people. And I don't really, it is a frustrating thing when you first get started because, like I said, everybody's ahead of you. But once you start figuring stuff out, you get a little bit more capable every time you sort of like get your hands dirty and go into new territories. And so where this stuff is not complicated, we've all been there where we're the dumbest person at the table. And so we give you this format to be able to share experiences and keep you safe at the same time where you get to wander into new things. So that's why we do it. We want more people. We want more people to experiment with this stuff because it's honestly, if you don't, it just, it's not the tool that it could be. So, when I first started out in computers, a young kid, 12-year-old kid, I was working on basic. I was learning how to write programming. And so it served as a tool for me that I was exploring how many thousands of things that I can make this computer do. And so, I was writing little programs that really didn't have a lot of practical use, but I learned that you could make a machine follow steps like you could, task list for a human being. And so when computers were in their infancy, you kind of already knew where it was going to go. And then you fast forward a decade and you find out that those things get more complicated and a little bit faster, and so that they're just capable of doing a little bit more. And so, these computers, they're running at such a pace now that, when you boil them down, they're just doing simple things, but they're doing those simple things very quickly. So you can do complicated things by a bunch of assembled small things. And, if you've ever used Microsoft Word before, you can create these things called macros. And so what macros do is let's just say you follow the same 10 steps, okay, in formatting or whatever. Well, you can write a little program inside Microsoft Word that follows those 10 steps in a row. You run that macro and it goes through and does those 10 steps. Let's just say your macro is to set a certain point size and a certain font and making it bold and doing underlining and stuff like that. You can write these, do this and then do this and then and do this and so on and so forth. So that's really what a computer does. A lot of simple things done very quickly, rapid succession, and draws things on the screen happening so fast you think it's an image. In reality, it's a bunch of still frames that through the powers of animation and a redraw on a screen, you get to see something fantastic happen. So, and I know that's a long description of what it is that we do, but all of you out there is on a different phase of that path, and I welcome all phases. So we need people that are super smart when it comes to, the computers and the programming, the software and the hardware and the implementation, because that's where our insight comes to help everybody else out. So it's not just me. I'm the guy that's sitting in the chair. We have a lot of smart people in this audience, so don't fear bringing something to the table and thinking that I'm not going to know it. Somebody in this audience is going to know, be able to field a question out and connect that way. All right, so we get about, 4 or 5 calls a week about scams, potential scams, possible scams. I'm looking at something right now, and I don't know what to think of it. Is this legit? And I have to assure most of the people that are my customers, they have to describe what they're visually looking at and set up the context, and I can pretty much sniff out a scam versus something that's the truth. And so I'll share some of those. That acid test, whether or not something you're looking at is true. I mean, you got to think about it. We have grandmothers who anything that pops on the screen is reality, and then you have the cynics where they got tinfoil hats on all the time. Now the tinfoil hat people, they have that built-in cynicism that is going to allow them to question everything that comes across that monitor. But we have some grandmas out there that will just click on anything and believe anything because that's just the era that they're from. So I'm telling you to be more cynical when it comes to things that wander into your mailbox or things that show on the screen, because they're preying upon people just being able to, they're just getting started and they see something that says, hey, you're infected. If you don't want to be infected anymore, click on this button. Well, of course, if anybody reads that, they're going to say, of course I don't want to be infected, and they mash on the button and it just leads them into a worse spot than they were at. Well, you take that same person, and let's just say they just started using last week. They started using their computer last week and are just getting oriented, and they fall victim. How likely do you think they are to come back to the table and use it more? Well, they just got scared away. So I take it really personal when whoever they are, overseas, maybe they live, I don't know, they're preying on people. They're scam artists, and same as pickpockets and whatever that you would go into a city, and they're scaring our people away. And that's why I sort of take it personal. So it comes down to a trust factor. Okay, I don't trust anything that comes into my mailbox. I don't trust pop-ups. I don't trust what's on the website. And so unless you can, test the authenticity, I'm telling you, don't believe it if it pops up on your screen. So if it pops up and says you're infected with something, that's great and everything. Close whatever down and run the antivirus that you do trust. Don't just follow the prompt that came at you. Close the prompt down and go to, if you have Norton or you have Trend Micro or you have McAfee or you have Malwarebytes or ESET, any of those guys, you go run your antivirus. Don't trust what's on the screen to be something that's legitimate. And so, we'll spend a little bit of the show today talking about the trust levels, because we don't trust the phone calls that are coming into our house. If I said, "Hey, this is Bob, I'm calling from the IRS, and pay me $3,000, you're going to go to jail today," would you trust that phone call? Well, I'll tell you, that's an effective scam right now that has people running down to their local Best Buys, grabbing iTunes cards, and sending thousands of dollars to the IRS because they think they're going to jail. Okay, so suspend your disbelief that people will actually do that. They are doing it, or else they would not be successful. And so, think about every variation of that same thing. And they call your house, they send you a letter in the mail, they send you an email, they pop something on the screen. It's all the same thing. They're coordinating an attack to catch you on a bad day and have you, go against your better judgment and do something that's going to get you in trouble. So I don't care who you say you are when you call me. I don't care who you say you are in an email, and I don't care who you say when I get a thing in the mail. I don't trust any of it. And in all honesty, I will look you up, right? And I will call you specifically. So I get something in the mail. It says, AT&T, someone's trying to hack into your account. Was this you? Click on this link, right? Well, if somebody really was hacking into my account, which I don't believe, right, then I'll just go change my password. I don't need to involve AT&T. I don't need to involve anybody else. I don't need to call anybody, right? I'm not going to call the number you put on the letter. I'm not going to call the number that's in the email. I'm not going to click on the link that's on the email. I'm going to go to my statement that I know is AT&T's number and call them and say, "Hey, got a letter from you guys. Was that you?" Right? That's the path that you want to take. The number that you trust, the person that you trust. And, these lines are getting kind of gray here on the companies that we even deal with, whether or not we can trust them with our information and trust them with being able to provide and do what they say they're going to do. So we'll spend some time talking about that. If you want to get on the program, 330-729-9977. Let's go to Bob first on the lines. Bob, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you?
Good afternoon, Joe.
Hi.
Good to hear from you again. We really love your program. Couple of quick questions.
Sure.
One of which kind of follows along with what you're talking about, the security issue. My wife runs a PC, and periodically over the last year, she's had the screen lock up, and you know how you get that big flashing red warning, you're infected, blah, blah, blah. And even if you shut down your computer and reboot it, it seems to stay there. Did you mention about a year ago a shortcut that you can hold down an F key and some other key that will kind of clear that out and eliminate that? I think it's called a cookie that's been placed somewhere in your system because somebody's infected your computer from outside.
Okay. All right. So basically what you want to do is you want to close the window down. I think it's alternate F4. Yeah, alternate F4. If you hold the alternate key down and the F4 key, that will close down whatever window is facing you. Okay, so that if your mouse isn't working or they don't have a button to close it out, alternate F4 will close down any active window that's sitting in front of you. It's not going to kill the cookie, but I don't think cookie is your problem at this point. Now, there's two things that can happen here. Either there's an exploit on your computer, and through the website they were able to pop something up to you, which means that it's resident in memory and it's only going to get out of there once you reboot your computer. Or they attach something to your browser, which if you close it down, they can just open it back up. And that way you're going to have to actually clean the browser off, or else it'll continue to happen. So alternate F4 is the shortcut key, and I would clear out whatever browser is popping that screen up. I would reset it.
Okay, that's good. And then the other thing is, how often do you think that I should reboot my router?
Well, I don't normally think you should have to do it at all. I mean, I've had routers that have been in service for years without having to be rebooted. Usually if you have to reboot it often and get a fresh connection, that there might be a problem with the software on the router. Residential grade stuff gets overwhelmed with a lot of traffic. So in that case, if you've got a computer and it's using residential, you might have to maybe once a month, I would say, reboot it to give a fresh connection.
Okay, thanks very much, Joe.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
All right, thanks. You too, Bob. I appreciate you being out there. Just to kind of go into it a little bit more, I did say reset the browser. When typically the Windows 7 and Windows 10 are typically pretty tight right now as far as security goes. So that, these virus, the people who are producing this malware, they're having a harder and harder time to get viruses that kind of stick, right? And so you almost have to be kind of complicit. You have to install something in order for it to really be able to keep coming up and be infected. So usually the process is this, and this is, a practice thing. So you might have to take a couple stabs at this. But what you want to do first off is you want to clear whatever's out of memory, because if you just reboot the machine, right? 9 times out of 10, whatever you were experiencing wasn't really on there permanently, and so reboot it. Clears out your RAM memory. RAM memory gets cleared every time you reboot. So you want to do that first. Second thing you want to do is every browser can be reset back to its original state. So what a browser is basically Internet Explorer or Safari or Google Chrome or Firefox, right? And as you use them, you're allowed to attach things into them, like toolbars, and you're allowed to attach add-ins and extensions that allow, add capability to the actual browser. A lot of times those malware companies will add themselves to your browser like you would an extension. Well, you have control over those extensions. So if you just remove them, go into the extensions and kill them, that you can bring the browser back to its original state with all that stuff disabled. You don't have to give any extension the ability to connect through your browser. So reboot, clear out extensions, and then I would run some kind of Malwarebytes is an amazing tool. It's absolutely free. Go to malwarebytes.org, download it and install it. And if there's any resident stuff on the hard drive, it'll scan that stuff off and remove it. Those 3 steps usually get a lot of the malware we're dealing with today. All right, 330-729-9977 is the phone number. You can also text at 333-1570. I'll check those text messages when we get back. You're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Lindsay Watts from the Mixed Morning Show. I'm out here at Firestone Town Center, and we are getting people psyched up today from 12 until 2. I'll be out here spinning the Pizza Hut prize wheel. And next week, they're going to have Summerfest out here, 2018, from June 15th to June 16th. That's right. That's going to be Friday and Saturday night. They've got a whole thing planned for everyone's family. Come out. There's going to be great kids games under the clock tower, hula hoops, giant Jenga, chess, checkers, and more. Plus, if weather's permitting, a bounce house from Game Craze Party. They've got great food at Homestead Kitchen and Cocktails, and they've got great food trucks lined up as well. Smokeworks and Kickin' Chicken food trucks set up. Maybe you're looking to get some shopping done today. Come on out to Moondance Boutique, Madison Corner Gifts, Finer Things Boutique, and Winkware. Stop in while you're here and see what they have to offer, and check out their sales specials. Plus, we are going to be raffling off a $400 set of gift certificates for the stores. I'm going to be out here until 2. Make sure you come on out and spin that Pizza Hut prize wheel. See you when you get
Two
there.
rock and roll legends join forces. John Fogerty and ZZ Top. Blues and Bayous Tour. June 19th, the Covelli Center. Reserved seats are on sale now at Southwoods Health Box Office and Ticketmaster.com. John Fogerty and ZZ Top. Produced by JAC Live.
How can you extend your life by 6 years? Getting the right form of vitamin C. Most doctors don't look at our vitamin C levels. Walking around tired or just not feeling right? Listen Sunday morning at 8:30 to world-renowned Dr. Michael Pincus give valuable information. This Sunday at 8:30 a.m.
From America's best-selling automobile to the world's toughest trucks, there's a reason why customers are driving from Youngstown, Boardman, Austintown, Hermitage, even Cleveland and Pittsburgh. So come and find out for yourself at our all-new state-of-the-art facility on Route 46. See you at Toyota of Warren.
Hi, this is Dan Rivers. Americans, we are a busy lot, huh? Always on the move. In the car, in the office, working around the house. We can't sit still. So how do you, as a marketer, connect with those moving targets? Radio. It reaches 93% of Americans each week. People just don't have the time to sit and watch TV. So when you want to connect with all those constantly moving targets, get AM/FM working for you. Just go to iHeartMedia.com.
Ducut, Toro, and you, the best team for a great lawn. Toro is one of America's top lawnmower brands. What a great teammate to have. Ducat has dependable Toro walk-behind mowers starting at only $259. Backed by Ducat's expert parts and service. Why shop anywhere else? Visit Ducat today to see the full Toro lineup. Proudly serving the Mahoning Valley for 71 years. Ducat, Warren, and Boardman.
Let yourself go to Ducat.
Save on your dream RV at the RV Liquidation Show June 8th through the 17th at the Grove City Premium Outlets, featuring over 70 motorhomes, fifth wheels, and travel trailers on display at blowout prices. You won't want to miss your chance to save with these huge discounts. Visit Grove City Outlets today.
Stifel is a full-service firm offering a wide range of investment vehicles and services. Stifel has 5 offices in the Valley with experienced advisors assisting you. For more information, visit stifel.com or call 330-744-4351. Stifel Nicholas and Company Incorporated.
Say, folks, your wait for a home security system is over. Now you can have one that's truly innovative. It's called Simply Safe Home Security. And with Simply Safe, there are no wires, which saves you both money and a lot of hassle. You decide where the sensors go because you know your home best. They all connect wirelessly to your Simply Safe base station. The whole system installs inside of an hour. Professional 24/7 monitoring is only $14.99 a month, and with that, you get an app on your phone that allows you to arm and disarm your system from anywhere. You can also hook your phone up to Simply Safe's state-of-the-art security camera and monitor every inch of your home. The other guys will have you sign a 2-year contract for home security, but not Simply Safe. Monitoring is monthly, and it's optional. Just go online to simplysafeusa.com. You don't need an offer code. That website's enough. Save 10% at simplysafeusa.com.
Quiet, comfort, and affordability. The most important things when choosing a place to live. Westchester Square Apartments offers something to fit every need and budget. 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, and studio apartments. They rent apartments, but they sell convenience. You can find luxury living at Westchester Executive Apartments, 1,200 square feet of upscale living with carports, or independent senior living at Westchester Commons, strategically located in the center of Austintown, right next to Route 11. For the perfect apartment, call 330-799-5758. Come and be a good neighbor in a community of good neighbors. Westchester Square Apartments, Austintown. For more information, go to waldenmanagement.com.
Now 68 degrees.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the Youngstown Computer Show. I am Joe Danier, owner of Youngstown Computer. We get to do this on Saturdays where we talk about things that are happening in this world. We invite you all along to kind of take a gander at things you might not have exposure to, and talk about it in a way that's not intimidating, and maybe you'll warm up to some things. We talk about things that are happening in the digital world, internet, doing multimedia, video and audio. We get a lot of questions about television and how we get our programming. So maybe we'll after this next series here, we'll talk a little bit about cutting the cable. Every couple months or so, we get renewed interest in it, and I was asked a ton about it this week in person, so maybe it's worth talking about. But let me take some phone calls, 330-729-9977. Let's go to John. John, you're on the Youngstown Computer Show. How can I help you? Hello, John. All right, I'm going to put John back on hold. Let me tell you a little bit about Youngstown Computer, and that way if you have something that you need help with right away, one of our guys can get something scheduled for you. 330-259-7278 is the office number. Youngstown Computer brings this show to you, so we'd really appreciate it when service needs arise that you give us a call. 330-259-7278. You can always schedule an appointment with us and get something taken a look at. We do everything on the hardware side and the service side. So pretty much anything that comes up, we'd really appreciate it. You give us a call when that happens. And even if you don't need anything right now, you can take our number down, stick it on the side of your computer, and when you do need us, you'll have the number, and we'll really appreciate it if you give us a call then. So again, 330-259-7278 is the phone number. And then we're located over on 600 Youngstown Poland Road, so we're a local company, and again, we really appreciate the support. We also started Youngstown Studio downtown. We opened in the Commerce Building. We began operations. Well, we sort of began operations. I kind of griped about it last week, where we had an office ready to go for June 1st, and AT&T had a labor walkout in the middle of our installation, so it left us without internet. And if you don't know, a computer company is kind of useless, right, without internet broadcast, of course. And so yeah, we're going to do Plan B here, and we're going to get into this fall next week. So all of our broadcast services are going to be available. We're a week behind, but hey, we're ready to rock and roll. We're doing a lot of original programming from the city of Youngstown. So if you're interested in doing some promotional stuff, or you want to do get into the learning side of broadcast, you can give our office a call, 330-259-7278. Let them know that you'd like to sit down and either get studio time or get some training or whatever it is that you need. Again, 330-259-7278. So those of you on the phone, when we come back from this break, I'll make sure that we take your call, so hang tight. And then we got some text messages we're going to read on the air as well. So we're listening to the Youngstown Computer Show on 570 WKBN. We'll be right back.
Here's what's happening in the Valley. A warrant for aggravated robbery has been issued for Kenneth Banks Jr. Investigators in Warren believe he's the man on video robbing Boost Mobile in Warren on West Market Street earlier this week. They say after he left with the stolen items, a witness saw him taking off his clothes. That clothing was found, and detectives say his name was written on a tag. One person taken to the hospital after a car flipped over on South Avenue near East Boston after hitting two vehicles, a sign, and a utility pole. It happened in front of Teeny's Tavern yesterday afternoon. Witnesses at the scene say the driver hit a car turning into the tavern. Police say it's not known what caused the crash, and the driver has not been identified. Bond was set at $210,000 in the case against a woman accused of a fatal wrong-way crash in Youngstown. Kadasha Basin appeared in Youngstown Municipal Court by video yesterday afternoon, where she pleaded not guilty to the misdemeanor charges against her. Investigators say she had alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine in her system when she drove her SUV the wrong way on Route 711 connector and crashed into a semi-truck back in February. That crash killed Basin's children, as well as her brother, 32-year-old Cedric Lyons. She also faces several charges, including aggravated vehicular homicide. In sports, the Cavs get swept in 4 games against the Golden State Warriors, 108-85 in the NBA Finals. It's the second championship in a row for the Warriors. 3 in the past 4 years. Kevin Durant named the series MVP. Cavaliers head coach Ty Lue on LeBron James in the finals.
Probably one of the greatest playoff runs that we'll ever see from an individual, to carry this team the way he did all season and leading by example. It's just a testament to his character and who he is as a person and as a player.
Indians over the Tigers 4-1. They both play again today, 3:37 on 570 WKBN. Cubs over the Pirates 3-1. They both take the field again today in Chicago. And Justify runs the third leg of the Triple Crown today at the Belmont Stakes. He's trying to become the second horse in the past 40 years to win the Triple Crown, since American Pharoah did back in 2015. Post time 6:35. From the all-new Power Chevrolet Buick GMC Newsroom, I'm Dave Price.
Our next update at 2.
Congratulations! You just won a 7-day cruise, all expenses paid.
7-day cruise? Nobody just wins a 7-day cruise. Sorry, but being at home doesn't make me stupid. And the vacation